What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Jiraiya alternate version. There are all these cool versions of our favorite Naruto characters popping up. Use a pencil for these. Hit pause if I go too fast, or if I'm going too slow, speed it up. Some people complain I go too slow. Some people complain I go too fast. So you have options. Hit pause or speed it up. Let's go. Center point of my page is here. Come down. Over to the right, we'll do his eye. We'll start with the big eye. Head will be here because he's got like loads of hair flowing back this way. Lots of hair. So go diagonal up, across, and we're going to go real pointy with the corner of his eye. So it like flicks and then comes back that way. So this then will go down, right, and then around and in to the front, okay? And then we'll kind of darken up this top line. Just make it a bit thicker. Okay, that kind of a thing. And they actually draw in his tear duct as well. And then we may have an edge line just coming around this eyelid. Like so. So very pointy eye. He's looking up, intense, scratches and blood all over his face. It's kind of like a Dragon Ball eye. So it curves around just at the top here. And his pupil somewhere in the middle. Half circle just there. Okay, so very intense looking eye. His eyebrow, he's frowning real heavy, so the eyebrow touches the top eyelid and just sort of ticks up this way. It goes underneath his headband, right? So it kind of disappears here. And you could have like an eyelid line here and something else just coming down like this way. We want to be able to color the eyebrow gray, so we add another line on top, curving down there. Then we'll just give him another frowning section at the front, like that. And then real close to this line, we start his nose, right? So across from here, you bring it down diagonally, and then it will go, it's kind of flat on top, so we'll go in like this, and then around and up for the nostril just there. Okay, so it's kind of like very small, stylized kind of nose. At the top, it joins his eyebrow, becomes his eyebrow, going up that way. So this looks like a sort of a Z or a number 2 sort of shape. A Z more, I'd say. 2's curvier. And then the bottom half of his eyebrow, the gray, where we want to color, goes that way. We'll do another sort of frown line there. And then the other eye, so the 3/4 eye, which we can't see a lot of, comes out this way. And then it'll go up underneath the headband on this side, right? But we'll thicken up this corner a little bit up here. And add a little edge line to that eyelid. And then we'll put that half circle just looking up there. Maybe a little bit of a pupil you might see. Like so. So his mouth really close to the nose. So it just like curves across here. Kind of like a Dragon Ball sort of character's mouth. Curves down. He looks like real unimpressed. Right, this kind of a wavy line. And then his bottom lip comes out here. You have some hatching just down that way. They also put like another sort of line, like, you know, Itachi has sort of on his face just coming down there. And like these black patterns and red lines. So we got the, we'll get the shape for the face in first, I guess. That would make more sense. And just some like top lip lines there. So his chin, just here, like so. So the curve for the face is like here, going diagonal this way. Because we're in 3/4 pose, we can see the jaw on this side. Roughly. Starts to curve here, but it goes underneath hair. It goes up to his ear somewhere there, his earlobe. But we got loads of hair coming down here, so we'll just leave it sort of maybe like a mouth line like that. So on this side, because we're in 3/4, we can see the cheek, not the jaw, right? So it's a different shape. So it curves in towards the nose, right, first, and then out. Touches our nose there. And then curves out towards the cheek, back around it, and in towards the corner of his eye. It disappears under the headband. So it goes like this way. Okay. So we can thicken this line up maybe a bit. Okay. So his headband then curves across all these lines here. If you cut off some, don't worry, you can erase it, color over it. Okay. And so the headband comes up the side here. There is like lots of hair covering this, right? So the hair like starts to go down this way. And we've got some hair spikes coming up around here. And then the headband comes across. And we'll meet another sort of piece of hair. Another piece of hair here. Headband underneath. Right, and then we have the metal plate inside. Curve around like so. Curve around on this side. And then it goes up underneath hair over here. And I'll have like an edge line just to make it look a bit three-dimensional. Kind of bumped and sort of scratched and everything. It's like, and we got the studs, piece of metal that hold it on. And then we have the ninja leaf spiral. So you could do a single line to get you started, right? And then we have the beak, and this has like an inside section, and then it goes around to a point, comes back around like a double line, basically. There. And then like more scratches and stuff. And he's got like some folds on his headband and stuff because it's a very elaborate sort of headband in this case. So we've got those red lines that Jiraiya has that come down his face there and on this side, and then like lots of scratches, and they give him a circle on his face here. I'm gonna do it just because it's interesting. It's like this black hollow circle, and then like scratches and a raindrop. Okay, and then we'll go like more texture lines there. Right, so hair, big long, he has like long hair that like hangs down here. Okay, and it like comes down his head here as well. Hangs onto his face and down this way. So it's a lot looser now than the standard what we're used to with Jiraiya. So it's like lots of texture and very flowy, sort of curving down that way. Tricky. So take your time, if I'm going too fast, hit that pause. So these little shapes are like gaps in the hair. So you'll see like if you're coloring, you'll see like his clothing through these. It's just a different style of hair drawing. All right, and then these spikes come up around there. So this guy's mostly hair. So let's see what we can do with this. So we go like lots of these texture lines and stuff here. And then we meet like his headband, sort of like this sort of tied section. And then there's all these loose bits that go like behind his head. Lots of fold lines and things. All right, and then his ear comes out here. There's another hair spike there. And then ear lines inside. Okay, and then there's more sort of headband, black headband lines all hanging down. So this is all like fabric, kind of like it's the back of his head as well. Let's say this is like the back of his neck and his shoulder and his collar here. And it's kind of torn. And you'll have maybe like a neck muscle line going that way. And the front of his collar comes across here. It goes in that way. So like neck muscles and stuff. Center of his chest is there. Collarbone goes that way and that way. This is like a tight collar that he has on, like that. Like this should be trapezius muscle there. And that's his shirt. Right, and then there's like more headband stuff all here. There's like, that goes down to about there, and there's like fold lines. And then he's got an orange kimono on here, which goes down that way. And then we've more fold lines. And so this comes down this way, underneath that hair. And then like we have the shoulder part just coming down here. There's all these just fold lines then go off his shoulder. Going down that way. I think this green kimono and collar go down there. And then the front, the other side, just comes down this way. And this will disappear behind hair eventually, just around the back. Okay, so now the rest of that hair, so it's crazy. So I'll simplify it as best I can. So we go like spiking for the fringe first. There. And this just has long ones and thin ones and like individual strands every now and then. So like crazy hair. So and then you'll have some like textures all in here. Some like ones that are up in the middle. Random kind of ones that go like this, and then some more at the back. So it's all long, then comes down here, and we've got some that come down the front as well. So, and keep going, just keep adding, don't give up. Talking to myself. Okay, so, and then texture, and this is all hair here, right? So it kind of just goes long around the back, going that way. Sorry now if you can hear noise in the background. Lots of hair going that way. And then we have to bring it all down this way as well. Right, so like loads of hair. There's a gap in the hair there, it seems. So this is all gray hair texture in there. texture, gray. All coming down that way. Okay, and then all down the front as well. So all coming down here. Some of them overlap one another. Doop. Be like a gap in this. And then hanging down this side. This is all just like gray hair. In there. Okay, so the next thing Jiraiya has is this, like, these sort of crisscross lines. So say like this is his shoulder, right? So he has like these kind of crisscross things here, and then going this way. Kind of like X's coming across the chest. Like that sort of fishnet kind of thing. And that's like his collar there. That's just all hair then. Woo! And then like details in the background if you want. Do. So that is Jiraiya, alternate version with crazy amounts of hair. Do. You could stay going with these forever. But I have to stop. Okay. Hair all going down that way. That's his neck, yeah. That's his hair here. So I went over his jaw there. I'll erase that line. Okay, Jiraiya. Hope it's helpful. Difficult one. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.